Zach, don't look at the camera at all. It's cool, dude.
Do you know the feeling you get when you're out in the ocean, whether it be just jumping waves down the shore, surfing, or scuba diving out in the open water, when you can't help but wonder, what is swimming around or below you? I know that personally when I'm down the shore and I'm jumping waves or in the ocean and a piece of seaweed brushes my leg, I have a mini heart attack and I immediately assume the worst. As vulnerable humans in the open ocean, our reasons for being terrified of sharks are completely valid. They're big, they're fast, and we are in their territory. Contrary to popular belief, no thanks to the influence of the 1975 blockbuster Jaws and the many horror stories we have all heard on the news about shark attacks, we tend to associate sharks with evil, man-killing, eating machines. They hunt us down, they live to eat humans, and if you go in the water, you're bound to get attacked. These are all false. These negative misconceptions that society has about sharks have led to the many killings and just the utter disrespect for them. And so I'm no shark biologist by any means, but for years I've been completely fascinated by these amazing animals, and I've educated myself extensively over time. I will never miss a Shark Week on Discovery Channel, and although, yes, I would be completely terrified if a shark came up next to me in the ocean, I have the utmost respect for them. So I'd like to take the time today to not diminish your fears about sharks, because that's completely impossible, but to diminish the myths and the misconceptions that surround them, so you can see that sharks are not the mindless killers that they are made out to be by the media. With all the shark attack stories many of us have heard over the years, it's hard to not think that we must be extremely delicious. To a shark, however, we are just not their cup of tea. Despite society's general belief, sharks do not eat humans. Sharks consume rich, fat content meats to maintain their temperature and to give their bodies more energy. Humans do not provide them with a substantial amount of energy, unlike the smaller fish, seals, sea lions, and other marine mammals that they consume. We are much too lean and bony for their taste. This explains why sharks are notorious for the hit-and-run attack. Without the benefit of hands, sharks investigate objects in their environment with their mouths. These are referred to as exploratory bites. They will bite a human to sample whether or not it's prey, hence why people are bitten. This is their way of tasting us. However, this is also how many people succumb to a shark attack. A shark's delicate way of sampling us leads to extensive damage, and if not treated immediately, can lead to loss of blood. This is how people die of a shark bite. It is not from being physically eaten alive by a shark. And it's rarely an actual attack than it is just a shark bite. A true man-eater is an animal that has developed a taste for humans and actively hunts them down for food, such as like a lion does this. Once again, we are not on their food chain, and if we were, sharks would have a daily buffet of humans at every beach if they wanted to. But they are actually much more threatened of us than we are of them. So why do they attack humans if we don't even taste good? Well, the answer ranges from shark to shark and from situation to situation, but the answers are fairly simple. And this is another misconception that people have, is that sharks intentionally seek out humans to attack them. But oftentimes the case is from mistaken identity, curiosity, or defense. To a shark, surfers in their black wetsuits paddling out in the ocean on their boards, they resemble the silhouette of a seal, which is a great white's #1 prey, along with other types of sharks. So naturally, they're going to be intrigued and want to investigate. According to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, the most common reasons for attack are from a shark mistaking a human as prey. The second a shark bites and realizes it is not prey, they will most likely swim away from you. Leading shark expert Samuel Gruber, who is a professor of marine biology at the University of Miami's Residential School of Marine and Atmospheric Science, agrees with this theory, and says that in the rare instance when a shark does attack a human, it's usually a case of mistaken identity. During World War II, for example, the USS Indianapolis sunk in shark-infested waters. Many men wound up injured or killed by the sharks. In massive air and sea accidents, there can be a lot of blood, noise, and unprotected people in the water, he said. To a shark, these strange abundance of food must appear like a bunch of damaged turtles, says Samuel Gruber. Sharks are very curious creatures by nature. They are the ocean's top predator, and any unknown or unspecified object in the water, they are likely to investigate it. Unfortunately, a curious shark can be a deadly shark because of their detrimental exploratory bites. Like I mentioned before, sharks do not have hands, thus they rely solely on their mouths for exploring. Another reason sharks tend to attack people deals a lot with defense. Any human aggravating a shark is clearly asking for trouble. Sharks that are being pursued, grabbed, or speared will use their defense mechanisms. Sharks are actually very non-violent creatures, but if threatened in their environment, there is a chance they will attack you. Even a human can be viewed as a competitor to a shark when other prey and fish are around in the ocean, so this basically leads to a shark defending its personal space. Once again, humans did not evolve in the water, and sharks did not evolve on land, so we are in their world. Many people are terrified of the open ocean. I myself am one of these people. The mystery of the unknown sea and what is lurking below you is terribly unsettling for anybody. However, many people associate open water with sharks, and they associate sharks with being attacked. I know people that won't even go onto the Jersey Shore because they think that they're going to get attacked by a shark for some reason. So if any of you are like this, I think it's important that I inform you of the odds you're up against, so that you can properly prepare yourself before you dare step foot onto the beach or go snorkeling on your next vacation. The chances of being attacked by a shark are 1 in 11.5 million. Now the odds of dying from a shark attack are 1 in 300 million. Let's compare this to the odds of being killed by lightning, which are 1 in 3 million. This means you're 93 times more likely to be killed by lightning than a shark. Something that we all do every day, which is get in our cars and we drive to wherever it may be, is exponentially more dangerous than being in the company of a shark. Your chances of dying in a car accident are about 1 in 6,700. In other words, you would have to swim in the ocean 41,000 times a year, or 112 times a day, or 7 times every waking hour before swimming in shark habitats became as dangerous as driving your car one single time. This makes you want to go shark diving, doesn't it? What's even more startling is that we kill about 20 to 30 million sharks every year, and they only kill about 10 of us. Kind of an unfair score, I would say, and according to the Discovery Channel, after 400 million years of shark evolution, we could potentially wipe out the world's sharks in a century's time. The only event that might make your odds of being killed by a shark seem a little more realistic to you is the chances of a meteor hitting your house, which is apparently 182 trillion to 1, in case you were wondering. Just to illustrate for you how uneducated and misinformed most of our society is regarding sharks, I just want to close with a few posts that I came across on some online forums. The first one is, why do sharks eat humans? Come on, we're not fish, are they that stupid? Sharks attack people because they are meat eaters. When they are hungry, they will attack anything that looks good to eat. And my personal favorite is, the reason sharks are scary is that they're dumb. I mean, what scares you on the freeway? Dumb drivers, right? It's the same with sharks. Sure, they're big and they have lots of teeth and they're hungry, but the thing is, they're dumb. This is just a little insight into how misled our society is by popular movies such as Jaws or Open Water. Sharks are not mindless killers or by any means stupid. There's always a reason for everything that they do. They're actually incredibly intelligent, possessing powerful problem-solving skills, social skills, and curiosity. This is why they're the apex predators and at the top of the marine food chain. I hope the information I presented to you all today has cleared up any myth or any misunderstanding you might have had previously. Sharks are fascinating predators and will continue to rule the seas. We must always keep in mind that the moment we dive into that ocean, we are on their turf. Sharks can be very territorial, so we must always treat them with respect and value. The more informed and educated we all are, the safer both us and the sharks will be. Thank you for listening.